Cruella is a 2021 film directed by Craig Gillespie, starring Emma Stone and Emma Thompson, and is an adaptation of the origin story of the villain in Disney's 101 Dalmatians. This film was a surprise because most of Disney's live action remakes have been direct remakes of a story that they've already told. And this movie gives us something different in Cruella's origin story. I really enjoyed a lot of this movie, and I thought that the origin story that they gave for Cruella was very, very fitting. It was much more modern and fleshed out than I think in the original, it was just a sentiment of like, oh, she's evil and she hates dogs. Like there wasn't a lot of depth to her character. But in this film, we get to see her story from childhood until she becomes Cruella de Vil. Um, and it's really, really interesting to watch. And it's really a story that is a lot different than what I was expecting it to be. There's a lot of twists and turns within the movie itself, of different things that you wouldn't really expect from the story. Without giving much away, there was this one take that I really, really particularly enjoyed where they went through um, this business, and it's one long take where they go through the entire business and downstairs and just explore the entire thing, and then they set a character with and their place within that business. And it's really, really well done. It's one take. It's like a good 40-50 seconds. There's tons of extras moving around, tons of things happening. It was super, super well executed. I really, really enjoyed that scene. Um, the first act is pretty good. It sets up the central theme of the story as it's supposed to, and the characters that we meet are likable and interesting and engaging. But things really, really start to ramp up in the second and third act, and I think the third act is where this movie really, really shines. Um, this movie is, like I said earlier, it's different than what you would expect it to be. Um, there's a lot of really, really interesting moments, and we get a lot of characterization of the two leads, and also of some of the side characters that are alongside them throughout the film. One thing that did bother me though about the film was its soundtrack. This soundtrack is extremely overbearing for the first act of the film, and I think that's something that really starts to drag it down because of the fact that there is more time in the first act spent with a track overlaid on top of what's happening. And I don't mean like in the kind of like instrumental music or whatever that is normally in a film. I mean like this really overbearing, prominent in the mixing, like classic songs that they use throughout the film, and it's very, very egregious in the first act. There's more time spent with a song playing than there is without a song playing. And I kind of didn't like that. I like when a movie is able to either build music for itself, or stand on its own without needing to draw on an appeal to a classic song that we know and love. I think that kind of can detract from a movie. It's fine for trailers, but in the actual film itself, I thought it was really, really overused, and that was a problem that I had with it, especially because in the second half of the film, after a key moment happens, there the film then switches to its own instrumental soundtrack. And so the fact that for half of the film we're subjected to this soundtrack of classic hit songs, and then pin drop, we're back to just traditional music score, um, that's a lot more understated and like lower in the mixing, and it just felt kind of weird to have those two different musical visions present in the same film. But overall, I really liked the film. The acting was really good. There were a couple of side characters that were one in particular that was like kind of less developed. Was kind of one note and like didn't really have too much to them besides being the butt of a joke every once in a while. But other than that, the characters were interesting and fun, and the set pieces were great. You could tell that the costume designers really had a lot of fun, since a lot of the movie takes place within the fashion world in England in the 70s, and it's really fun. All of those aspects of the film are fun. Cruella's transformation is fun. It's a great movie. It's very, very fun. There are just a few things that kind of hold it back from being truly, amazing. But it's definitely the best live action Disney adaptation that um that has been released in this recent string that they've done of live action remakes or adaptations. And I look forward to seeing when they inevitably do take this character into a 101 Dalmatians sequel, because it definitely seems as though that is the direction that they're setting. There is a mid-credit scene for this movie, so if you go see it, which I definitely recommend that you do, then stick around for that. I'm giving this movie a rating of watch it. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed the review, make sure to leave a like, hit the subscribe button. I will be posting a lot more reviews of various media, from books, music, movies. I will also be posting gaming content, reaction content, pretty much anything that you could expect to find on the channel. Come hang out with us. You can join my Discord in the link below in the description. You can also follow me on Instagram. And that's about it. Have a great day. Thank you so much for watching.